We're now rolling.
Hey.
And we're in the closet.
We are in the closet.
Getting it going.
Yes, we are. Okay, so this week has been interesting in the America Gets Butt Hurt world.
No doubt. I bet we could find so many more examples.
We could, but we've already wanted to take Baby It's Cold Outside off the air. Now they're picking on Rudolph. They're picking on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, the movie.
The movie. Now, listen, let's talk about that for a second, because you sent me that this morning.
Right.
So it's not necessarily the song, but it's the movie, but the movie's kind of based off of the song.
And the funny thing is about this, before you get into it, is last week, my boss watched it.
Uh-huh.
Because he watches it every year like we do, and everybody does probably. And he was like, he said he watched it, and somebody said, oh, there's a lot of good stuff in that for kids, like, you know, working for things, like, it like goes, and he goes, I don't know how CBS is liberal, and he's a right guy, like, he's on the right side, right, you know what I mean, he's like politically Republican, so he's like, I don't know how CBS being as liberal as they are, even though they own it, how they can play it. It's got bullying in it. It's got racism in it, supposedly. It's got, like, he's naming all the stuff, and then it comes out. It was funny that he watched it, and he kind of said that it had that stuff in it.
And then it came out.
But he was kind of saying it tongue-in-cheek, like,
right.
It's not, you could take it that way, but you got to remember the timing of it.
Yeah.
And what's going on. But, you know, stuff's going to get wiped out.
I don't...
And I haven't watched it for a while. I mean, maybe last year, like, but I don't really pay attention. But
yeah.
Now I kind of want to watch it, and I want to take notes and come back.
We could do that. We could circle
and,
back around.
Break it down, like Christmas movie breakdown.
Okay, let's do that. We can put Rudolph on pause.
Rudolph's on pause.
Rudolph's on pause. But that's just another... I'm just going to give you examples of America's butt hurt. And maybe that's a derogatory term, and maybe I'm going to get slammed for saying it.
Well,
but
a portion of America's butt hurt.
Exactly.
Right?
The people who are offended by little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Right.
And if you are. You have the right to be, whatever. If you are offended by Baby It's Cold Outside, fine. And if you're a part of this group that I'm getting ready to talk about, and you're offended by it too, you're just crazy. No, I'm just kidding. You have a right to be. But here's what I ran across today, and I sent it to Runyon because I was like, what the actual...
Oh, yeah. When you sent me that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I saw it somewhere, but I never even read it.
This is the first I've seen of it. So it says, PETA, P-E-T-A, you know.
There's some crazy people up in PETA.
Okay, well, maybe.
And there's some very good people at PETA,
There
too,
are,
I'm
and they have a right to feel how they feel about animals, but this is taking it way too far. They're asking people to stop using anti-animal speech. I didn't even know there's a thing. Found in common phrases. The organization is encouraging people to stop using common phrases like kill two birds with one stone.
It's true, man. It's offensive.
Be the guinea pig. And I don't mean to beat a dead horse. So they're encouraging them.
Oh, shoot.
Right. They're encouraging us to stop with that talk.
What's be the guiney pig?
It's not be the guinea pig. That's
no. I said being the guinea pig. Why is that bad?
Being a guinea pig, I guess, because you're getting.
So you're
testing. You're testing. Like if you're the guinea pig, you're getting tested. Like if I have a new exercise, I'm like, Jeff, you're going to be my guinea pig. Because I guess they do animal testing on guinea pigs because maybe they're not that important of an animal. I'm saying maybe they're not. I don't know.
If
do you know
we
what I'm
stop saying that, they'll stop doing whatever they do to guinea pigs.
No, they won't.
We eat pigs, man.
I know what we do, but PETA probably does not.
No, the PETA people don't.
Obviously. So they're saying they're wanting us to move away from anti-animal language. Another phrase, taking the bull by the horns. In a post on Twitter, the group suggests alternatives.
No.
Listen, don't interrupt me.
But I want to talk about it.
We're going to. I've got to give the backstory.
Let's not yell at me.
I have got to
We will move this table and we will go
backstory.
to it. We will go full on wrestling.
I can wrestle you right now.
We will get in our wrestling costumes.
Oh my gosh.
And we will Get the oil out, and we will wrestle.
I'm just giving the backstory in case somebody hasn't heard about this. Anyway, the group tweeted that we use suggesting that we use alternatives for popular idioms involving animals. Example I just gave: kill two birds with one stone.
Mm-hmm.
What they want us to say, I can't even say it without laughing. Feed two birds with one scone. Now we can talk. Let's talk about
Now,
that.
wait a minute.
Feed two birds with one scone instead of kill two birds with one stone.
Oh, I cannot wait to use that, because I used to kill... Let's kill two birds
I
with
just
one
used
stone.
it before we started this podcast. Kind of meant to do it, kind of didn't, but yeah.
Sometimes I get crazy and I say, let's kill 3 birds with one stone.
Ooh,
Tell me how
Ryan.
violent and psychotic that is.
You are.
I am. I'm crazy. When
You
it
need
comes
to
to stones and
feed
birds,
3 birds with
I can't
one
even remember
stone.
that. So next time I'm on the phone with one of my
I dare you
clients,
say it.
oh, I'm going to.
I dare you.
It's happening.
I do.
I can't wait. I'm saving it up, and when I'm talking, I can think of a couple of people now that I'm going to be like, you know what we're going to do on this? We're going to feed 2 birds with one scone.
You may be the hero.
And when he starts laughing, I'll be like, what? And he's probably going to be, the guy I'm thinking of, he's going to be rolling on the floor crying. And I'm going to be like, dude, we got to stop talking about animals so negatively.
Right.
So we're going to feed 2 birds with one scone.
Right. And if you ever need to say, here's...
That'll probably kill it. Can birds even eat scones? Did they
birds,
research this?
Dude, birds are resilient. They can eat anything.
That's true. They're like a flying disease.
They are a flying disease.
Birds are flying diseases.
We're being mean.
But they are.
We're being mean and disrespectful to the birds.
No, but really, unless they're a turkey or a chicken.
Turkeys are... okay.
These little
I can't
birds
even
out here,
see
the
this.
pigeons, are like rats with wings. And I'm sure rats are fine too.
Okay.
Kill 2 rats with one stone. Is that okay?
No,
Does it matter how they
no.
look? If they're ugly, can we say it then?
Feed 2 rats with one... What do rats eat? Crickets?
They eat everything.
So,
Cheese.
I mean, like what? I'm not even getting into that. Okay. Anyway, rats eat cheese. Yeah. Out of the mouse trap that we trap them with.
Break their neck.
Trap them.
You have to use the old school one too. You don't poison them or nothing. You can snap their neck.
Or you can use those sticky things they get caught in. I am really being mean. I'm going to be hated.
You know what?
Moving on.
You know what's
Moving
crazy though?
on.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Rats will eat each other. So if one gets stuck in there and there's more, they'll come
Gross.
in. They'll eat him down to the
Gross.
head.
Gross.
They're disgusting.
Okay. So instead of saying be the guinea pig, they want us to say be the test tube. Hey, Jeff, you're going to be my test tube on this exercise.
Now, see, that could be an HR violation if I say that to one of the ladies at work.
It could.
I mean, really, if I'm like, hey, I need you a minute. Can you come back to my office? You're going to be my test tube. I mean, really. Both of you. Both you ladies. I would say their names, but I don't want to.
No, don't
hurt
call
them
them
on
out.
air.
Don't call them out.
I'll be like, I need both of you to be my test tubes. Come back to my office in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. But anyway.
But if I say guinea pig, they know.
Be a guinea pig.
And
yeah.
they don't even think I'm calling them fat.
No,
because I'm not. It's a saying.
They know that you
It's
want
slang.
you have something new. You want to try it out,
Right.
And you want to try it out on them.
Right.
Okay. Instead of saying beat a dead horse, they want us to say feed a fed horse.
Feed a fed horse.
Hey, we've been talking about this a long time. There's no reason to feed a fed horse. Let's move on. I can't with America anymore. I can't. What is wrong with us? Seriously, what is wrong with us? Nobody's beating a horse. It's a figure of speech. Nobody's beating a horse. Nobody for sure is beating a dead horse. Unless you're a psychopath. Then you might be beating a dead horse. It is figures. I'm sorry. I know I won't even let you talk.
I don't even know what to say.
I get fired up. I can't help it.
It's crazy. But it's just some really, really whacked out liberals. And when I say liberals, I mean like way out liberals. Because I'm liberal on some stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a left-wing person. I'm not a right-wing person. I'm like independent. I'm reasonable. I'll see both sides. I'm open-minded. I'll talk to you about anything.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest too. Right? You got to be honest. You gotta say you're freaking crazy. Like, you're way too far out.
Way far out.
Way far out that you're taking sayings that have been around forever and being so freaking sensitive. And you know what they want? They're being crazy to get it on here.
They want attention. It's
to
fine.
get it on Twitter and get it out there. And people are like, "Ooh,
I love
freaking
it.
crazy
It's
people."
giving us something to talk about.
Yeah, and what happened recently? They were talking about these crazy people on some podcast I was listening to. And it wasn't these people, but the same type of people. What was it that they started as a complete joke and they ran with it? I'm going to have to figure that out. It was hysterical because
thinking about it.
It became a big thing.
Yeah.
And it was serious, but the people that came up with it put it out there as a freaking joke.
Do you think this is a joke?
Like a serious joke.
Do you think they put this out here in at the same time because of all this Christmas stuff going on? They're like, well, let's feed off this. Maybe they are, but it's giving us something to talk about. Okay, so what if I said instead of saying hey Jeff, bring home the bacon. What if I said, hey Jeff, bring home the bagels?
What?
They want us to say, bring home the bagels instead of bring home the bacon.
But the bacon, go freaking stand in front of a grocery store and protest a grocery store for selling the bacon.
What was that commercial? It went like, na 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 na, I bring home the bacon. Na 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 na, fry it up in the pan.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we say? I bring home the bagels. Na 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 na. Put them in the toaster. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work because it's soft. And that's what it's all about. It's like, get out there and bust your ass and bring home the bacon. How do you get the bacon?
Bring home the bagels.
You gotta freaking kill something.
Maybe.
You gotta go out, you gotta hunt it down, you gotta kill it.
Jeff, easy.
And that's what we gotta do every day when we get up.
Easy. We're gonna have to start a new podcast. They're gonna kick us off.
Who's gonna get to our podcast?
We can say what we want.
And you know what?
We can say what we want.
That's what I tell freaking producers all the time and people that are selling. It's like, you gotta get up and you gotta be mad. You gotta be mad. You gotta leave your house, kiss your babies, kiss your wife, and then get in that car.
And bring home those bagels.
Whatever you got to do.
Bring home those bagels.
Get freaking crazy, whatever motivates you.
Get some cream cheese and lox up in here.
throw on some freaking Symphony and pre-order at Panera and freaking
go get
bust it out. Get
bagels.
Jacked up.
So next time.
Not Metallica, because they're a little harsh.
Next time you get your sales force jacked up, bring on them bagels.
Hey guys.
Those big bagels. Those everything bagels. Bring them home.
Our numbers are down. So I'm going to need each one of you to feed 2 birds with 1 scone. Now get out there and bring home the bagels.
You be that test tube.
I wouldn't make it out of the room.
No.
And I'm not talking about the men.
And this
the women would hound me and laugh at me.
This goes on another one. So take the bull by the horns. Take the flower by the thorns.
Oh, shut up.
Dude, I'm the messenger. I'm reading. I did not make this up. I could not take the flower.
I'm getting so hot now. Like, you got the heat kicking.
Because I'm freaking freezing.
Still?
Do you not know? Have you not learned I never get too warm? You turned the fire off last night prematurely, and I'm still mad about it. I had to come into our bathroom, which is over the garage. My feet were freezing. I had to get a shower. The water turned cold. Then I had to go into our freaking cold little toilet room. Anyway, just take the flower by the thorns and shut up.
First world problems.
First world problems. I'll be the first to say I'm a big baby. I'm not going to deny that.
You're not a big baby about a lot of things. You're pretty good to go on most things. You're pretty tough. But when it comes to cold, you fall apart.
Yeah. So those are the phrases they want us to change, and they say that words matter. Words matter. So,
what about sticks and stones may break my bones?
But names that doesn't involve an animal. We're good there.
No, but I mean,
I want to read this.
I'm trying to say words don't matter.
Somebody tweeted, "Can we?"
This is why I love Twitter, because you can get involved.
Somebody tweeted, can we still let the cat out of the bag, or should we keep him in there? I love you, Matt Vanderleek. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
Let the cat out of the bag.
And then it says, PETA says to the haters, which would be us, With so much negativity in the world, why not lighten up and use language in a way that encourages being kind to animals? To everyone else, add your own whatever. This guy goes, or girl says, just hold your horses. I was watching this like a hawk, and I think I've read the lion's share of the responses. This really gets my goat, though. You seem to be mad as a March hare. I'm not being pig-headed, nor going to the dogs, but I think I'm quitting this post cold turkey.
Oh, that was great. She is good.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
great.
I just can't.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What animals are we? You're getting offended for an animal.
You're getting offended for an
animal. That does
animal.
not care. One, the bull would freaking kill you.
Exactly.
In 30 seconds.
But
You're
that's
not going to
okay.
grab it by the horns, ever, in a million
Right.
years. It's an expression. You can't do it. It's like, let's jump over the Empire State Building. You
Right.
can't do it.
Right.
What? And have you met a cat?
Right.
They're evil.
Well, not all of them.
Yeah.
But you make a valid point, because all of these terms are just a figure of speech. You're not really going to take a stone and kill birds with it. You're not beating a dead horse. You're not taking a bull by the horn. It's a figure of speech.
But this is where
When you say, can we not say it's raining cats and dogs anymore?
no, because they'll hit the ground.
I mean, for
No,
real.
listen, this is what our world, our culture's coming to, is intent does not matter anymore. Intent
Right.
does not matter. There's times I say stuff and goofing off downstairs and the girls get mad, or they like, and you're
yeah.
like, you know what your dad means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He doesn't mean anything near what you're saying.
No, not at
and
all.
you know that.
It's no.
That's not what's intended, but you still got to watch everything you say. You got to watch everything you do, which is insane to me.
Right.
Because intent should matter. You know, I think we talked about it the other night on that song. What was the intention? They're making it look like
Oh, yeah.
his intention was, what were they even saying? I mean, that he's gonna rape her, or he's gonna like threaten her, or he's violent, or I
Yeah.
can't figure out the bad part of it. But anyway,
It's people are taking it. One of my friends, hold on Facebook, we talked about this today. I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to share the name just in case she doesn't, want me to say it. But she posted, and it was great. She said, it was along this lines, because I responded with what we talked about on our podcast the other day. She said, I hate that everyone is so butthurt about opinions, judge people by what they wear, and cry about shit that does not concern their lifestyle. Get a grip. We are Americans, and last time I checked, we don't give a fuck. Ooh. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, grow up hair people. And who gets offended by Christmas songs? And Charlie Brown. Yeah. And there was comments. I mean, everybody was like, people nowadays are soft. Just kind of saying hallelujah, preach it. I mean, we all agree. I mean, pretty much all of us agrees.
I can't figure out what person is paying attention enough to try to like pinpoint and nitpick at something. It's people trying to get attention.
Yeah.
They need attention.
Right.
And that's the problem. Is they need attention, and this is the way to get it, is to go crazy. Because negative attention is better than no attention at all.
Right. Exactly. So, I don't know, but it's crazy. But anyway, I don't know. What's going to be next? I mean, first we're picking on Christmas, and now we can't even talk. I mean, we can't even. People are going to be afraid to say anything because you're going to offend somebody.
Yeah, you're going to offend somebody.
Yeah, but anyway, whatever they want to do, it is what it is. Am I allowed to say that? I mean, pretty soon we're not going to be able to say nothing. Nothing. Runyon.
No, you're not going to be able to.
But anyway,
no way, Jose.
Animal lives matter, I guess. I mean, they do. They do matter.
I'm okay with that.
They do matter. Animal lives absolutely matter. I would never harm Well, okay, now we have to back up and discuss what an animal is, because I absolutely would harm an animal. I'm going to kill the crap out of a spider. I kill bugs all the time. We swat wasps. How do you say that? Wasps.
Those animals.
I have a wasp that's a friend of mine.
I think everybody's. I know.
That sounded really crazy.
What did?
I just said I have a wasp that's a friend of mine.
Yeah, you did.
But if you are on my Snapchat and you followed me over the summer, you will know that this is true. I will not tell the story. I've told this story on a podcast before, but I'm not going to go there.
Thanks.
I won't swat that wasp. Listen, if you are so bothered by my stories, you can take your headphones.
No, I was bothered by
out of
that
your
down
ear
there.
and
That's what I
leave
was telling
this
you.
closet.
I was saying, thank you. Finally,
I turned the
whatever
heater
I
off.
said, you turned the freaking heater
Well,
off.
I looked over at your face and you're really red.
Well, that's because I worked up over the
I
PETA.
know. But
and
what was I
then
saying? I do kill some animals. Like, do PETA...
Let's define animals.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right. We're talking about puppy dogs and cats.
Absolutely not. I
Now,
would never
if
hurt.
we're talking about deer and antelope. And
Oh, they will. PETA's
You
going to be
kill 'em,
mad at
man.
you.
You
Mad
kill
at you.
'em.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, you don't kill them for sport. That's not what I'm saying. You kill them if you're going to eat them.
I'm not
Like,
anti-hunter.
There's ethics to it.
Right. There is ethics to it.
So-
I'm only anti-hunter if you hunt for a sport, if it's the thrill of the kill, if you're going out and you're killing elephants.
think
Now,
the
why
thrill of
do
the
you
kill's
need to kill
okay, but-
an elephant? Are you going to eat said elephant?
Some people might.
Maybe they would.
And
But
I know people eat bear, man. They say
okay,
it's
that's
good.
fine and good, whatever. And I kill bugs and I kill cricket. Well, no, I don't. I'll freak out if I see a cricket. But you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
But like, I would not. It kind of bothers me to think about hunting to an extent, like little rabbits, little Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail, hippity hoppity. That kind of bothers me, but I'm not like crazy about it. But I would
Right.
never hurt a dog, like a domestic animal, or even I don't know. There's such a fine line. Here's the line. If I feel threatened, best believe, even if I feel threatened by a dog, if it's a rabid dog and it's coming at me,
You got to take care of that
best
thing.
believe.
Yeah, you got to get it.
Or if it's coming at my kid, if a dog bites my kid out of pure anger and pure evil, we're going to have a problem. Me and dog's going to have a problem. Runyon,
You're going to have problems with dogs.
I will have a problem with that dog.
Otherwise, no.
If any animal threatens me or my cub.
Well, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. You're
Right.
supposed to be.
But you know what? Some people would have a problem with me saying that. Now, there's other ways to deal with that dog.
Yeah.
Well, but they're thinking
People don't want to. Yeah, they.
There is a group of people who would be mad if I said, I will hurt a dog if
No,
it
I'm-
threatens me or my kids.
I'm the guy that if my dog bites my kid, I know people that their dogs have scarred their children, their babies, and they've had their dogs so long and they're such dog people. They're like, oh, it's my fault.
No.
Maybe if you knew the dog would do, maybe it
Maybe.
is. But you know what happens if that's my kid and the dog? See ya, bro.
Yeah. I would have to
You gone.
find
You're
another
gone.
home
I mean,
where there's no kids.
You're
or
going to a
something.
home where I'm gonna put you down.
I would try to find in that particular situation if it's a kid issue, like the dog doesn't like kids, or maybe the kid was aggressive, which I get. Kids can be aggressive
No,
with
they
dogs,
can be little buttholes.
and they're not used to it. But then you just remove the dog from the situation. Like, okay, this dog was a great dog up until this little hellion of a kid came along.
And I'll say that was repeated stuff. It's
okay,
not
that's
one
what I'm
time
saying.
something
Like,
crazy happens.
I can look over that because as
Yeah,
long as it's
yeah.
not too, because, gosh, those toddlers can be like animals. They can be beasts.
They are.
Those
And
toddlers.
they wear dogs out, man. They
But
climb all over them.
Exactly. And as a person, I'm thinking, oh my God.
And an older dog just can't deal with that
No,
crap.
and you wouldn't expect it to. It's not used to that. So I would find a home for my dog that doesn't have kids, that's nice and laid back, because the dog is probably perfectly fine and safe. But there are some dogs that are just downright, for some reason, attack. Like, you know what I mean? And I think there's an issue there. So yeah, I mean, there's a fine line. But I would never just hurt an animal to hurt an animal. But I don't think saying phrases about animals.
Animals are people's kids now. Which
Yeah, I know
which
that.
to me is they haven't had kids clearly.
Well, obviously.
But there's people that have that the dogs are their
They
kids.
but that's fine.
And that's okay.
That's fine. perfectly fine if that's how you are.
I get it. There's just this clear separation for me where it's not even close. And that doesn't mean I'm right and they're wrong or I'm better. Actually, they have a lot more capacity for love than me, I guess, because I love all my kids and my family, and I love my dog, but it's a different level.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not worried about leaving my dog.
Like you said, some people don't.
I don't sit at home. I don't sit at work and be like, oh, she's been in the crate for 6 hours.
You don't take your dog to doggy daycare.
No,
right.
I'm not worried about
and if you do, it's great. It's fine. But that we're just describing the way we are as a family
different.
with dogs. I mean, like if my dog, I mean,
that's what I think. Like this lady, I was talking to her, and she has kids, and they're grown, and she has a dog, and she has to take this dog in. It's older too. This is the thing that in my head didn't click. It's older, so like Dixie older. Okay, so if we can picture this being Dixie, she's having to go get blood work every month.
Yeah, that's too much.
And give the dog medicine.
Well,
and it's costing. It's more than a car payment a month. I'm talking a nice car. And I'm not comparing the dog to a car. In my mind, there was a day, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I think there was a day back in the day where if a dog was sick, they would, you know what I mean? They'd take it out and they put it down.
Well, but
and they get another dog.
That's extreme. Like,
no, they'd go to the vet and say, "What's wrong with the dog?" And they say, "We can do this work, and it's going to cost you $5,000, or we can put her down and she won't even know it."
There's pet insurance now, which know that you're an insurance.
Yeah, I'm insurance. I'm in insurance.
You're not an insurance agent. You're in insurance. I got to get that through my head.
No, I'm an agent too, but I just don't. I'm not retail anymore. Which you don't understand that, but
I don't. But is this dog? She did. I'm sorry, I might have phased out and didn't listen. Does she have kids? Is she married? Have kids?
Her kids are older.
They're older.
They're
that's
grown
right.
like us. It'd be she's back in that stage, like kind of like your parents, where I thought they hated dogs.
Yeah.
I thought they hated dogs.
But if she doesn't
mind,
and
they love dogs now.
Mom claims that if
she loves that dog.
she does. But if she doesn't mind doing it, and she has the money to do it, I mean, it's fine.
Oh, no, yeah, go for it. I'm just saying, I thought about it I'm sitting there thinking, well, what had happened is someone said to me, we were talking about it, because he had talked to her, and he was telling me all the stuff she does every month and all that, and he was like, if your dog got sick, you'd do that, wouldn't you? And I'd go, nope. And he goes, what? He was shocked. And I was like, I don't expect this out of this person. I expect him, like, I would think he thinks like I do, kind of, in this way.
Yeah.
But I guess he's an animal person, and I just never knew it. And I was like, I couldn't afford to do, I'd be giving up my house.
There's no way.
I can't afford to do that. I would have to find another way to take this dog, see if someone else wanted to take it on and pay for it. But I couldn't pay. He's like, well, if it was your kid, you would. And I was like,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I'd lose my house for my kid. I'd go get whatever loans I had to get. I'd make the payments. I'd do whatever I have to do for my kid. Is my kid. He goes, oh, whatever. He's like, if you didn't do it, your kids would be saying, oh, we'll work. We'll do whatever we have to do to pay for the dogs. And I'm like,
no.
Nope.
You don't know our kids.
You don't know this family. We can't get them to feed the freaking dog.
Exactly. It's funny. I know exactly who you're talking about by the accent and the tone that you're using. Because when you tell me stories about people, you have certain voices for certain people.
Do I?
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about right now.
And I'm not against it.
Right.
Well, at the end of the day, he's a super dude. Like, he's really good. He'd do anything for anybody. I just didn't realize he'd do anything for an animal.
Right. Well, that's like my dad.
And that's cool. I think that's awesome. And maybe I will later. I think now the life that we live in now, it's like we're just trying to survive every week with our kids.
Right. Exactly. It's just
the
different
things
times
that come up.
And maybe.
And who knows? If something happened, I don't know how to really react.
Exactly. And that's
kind
of what I was.
I'm talking myself in circles tonight.
I think that's what I was going to say. Like, you don't know how you react till you're in the situation.
Yeah.
We do not think that we would pay any great amount of great. Let me start over. Any great amount of money for our animals, but when it came down to it, we might try to find a way, whether it's making payments or this or that.
I think I'd definitely
But I think
try.
where the difference lies is if it's like, we can do this and it'll it'll buy, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year.
I think that was my mindset with the dog because I was like, how old's the dog?
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
when
saying.
you say the dog's
Yeah.
10, and these dogs, you're automatically like, whoa, those breeds, they don't live to 10
right.
most of the time.
Like my brother, my brother and his family have this little puppy they just got, and I don't remember exactly what's wrong with the puppy.
Oh, that's
but they
right.
yeah, but it's such a cute little. What kind of dog is it? Is it a pug? It's not a pug. Is it a pug? Is it a pug? I don't know. Whatever. It's a cute little dog, and it's a puppy.
It's a cutie, yeah.
And he has something wrong. I don't know. And they had to go to like Ohio State.
How long have they had it? Can't you like go trade it back in?
Stop it, Runyon.
It's a puppy.
Stop. And the girls are in love with the puppy. Blah blah blah. So he has to have the surgery, and if he has the surgery, then I think he's going to be okay,
right,
and live a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't, then he won't. So that and they can swing it. I think. I mean, I think it'll strap him a little bit, but I think they can. That's cool. Different.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
It's a puppy. You know,
some people would argue with you though. So the life of an older dog is not worth the same amount as
I get it.
Baby.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. We need to water the tree.
I've already done that.
Okay, cool. I get that. I get that. And you can argue with me all you want. You have your prerogative, and you can have your opinion, but guess what? So can I.
Well, but my buddy was telling me about this because it was strapping him. His wife's dog she's had forever. I mean, this dog's like 13, okay? It's not got much time left. It's gone blind in one eye, and it's almost blind in the other eye.
That's how Blossom was, yeah.
Well, she's getting it fixed.
Dang.
And it's going to cost like $5,000. And she was getting it, and he was like, I'm like, dude, are you kidding me?
I know, but...
And he's like, I know, I can't say nothing to her.
At the same time,
he's like,
13 years, that's kind of
That's what I said. I said, that dog's going to die. Like, it might not make it out of surgery, bro.
Well, that's true.
And he's like, it's her baby. And if I tried to tell her it's crazy.
Well, he's a good husband.
And, no, he's a scared husband.
Which is a good husband.
I know them.
Which is a good husband.
And he should be scared. It's very wise.
A scared husband.
Tough cookie.
Is a good husband.
No, he's a good guy, and she's a good girl.
But
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know, but
that dog is going to be able to see long enough. I don't know, but you know what? It's their choice. It's that's the value to them.
Right.
For that dog's life. So I say pay whatever you want. I'm not judging them.
Exactly.
So when I say that I'm not judging them, it's just like you immediately go, ugh.
Well, you immediately put
me in the situation.
Exactly.
And I'm like, what would I do? And why do I have an animal that could have something go wrong?
Maybe maybe $5,000 isn't that much money to them. To us, it's a fortune.
Seemed like it to him.
Because we have 4 kids. But some people, $5,000 is totally worth it. I mean, I know plenty of dog people who that's nothing. They wouldn't sneeze at $5,000. They're doing it. That dog's getting some new EBs. They're getting some new eyeballs. No problem. You know what I mean? But with us, it would be like, well, we can either keep the dog, enjoy its life, blind.
Right.
Or the alternative. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing. But, and you can get into a whole other conversation. Yeah. People be like, well, what if that was you? I was like,
it's not me.
It's not me, and I'm a freaking human. And if somebody's taking care of me and I can't get myself around and I don't know that I need eyes and I don't know anything, just put me down.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if I'm 80...
And I'm not saying put him down. I would just say, if it were my dog, I'd be like, oh, this sucks. Actually, it would suck. I would hate to see my dog go blind.
So what's dog? Well, I had a blind dog.
Yeah, but
so
that dog,
is it true that dogs? Shut up. Blossom was nice to me. So is it true dog years are 7 years for our 1 year, or is that just a freaking myth I've believed since?
Well, we're going to go with it because I believe it
because if that were it,
but I've been with you since
and that dog was
15.
13. If it dog years are 7 years, that dog would be 91. If I'm 91 and I'm blind in both eyes, and you're like, Ange, you can live for a longer time, or we can do a risky surgery and you can see. I'm like, what I'm going to say is, babe, I've seen for 91 years. I just want to be here with you for the rest of the time I have.
Don't want to have to see your naked body anymore.
For the rest of the time I have left, it's okay for me to be blind because I've seen for 91 years. So don't spend money to try to get me new eyes to see for maybe 6 months to maybe 4 more years. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Jeff. I think.
And if you selected the other option, I would roll you down to the beach.
Oh, least you know where I want to
And
go.
then I'd leave you. And I'd be like, I'd put something there.
I'm half mad and
I'm kidding.
half touched by that. You got me right here a little bit.
I know, that's how I
I'm
roll.
sore right there. Hey, babe, we're beating a dead horse. We need to go.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.